What's going on, guys? So today I want to talk about the difference of how I was before success and how I am now after having some success with entrepreneurial ventures, making money online, that type of stuff. So if you notice a difference in the quality of the video, I got a new computer and I'm waiting for an adapter cable for my good camera. So still 1080, should be okay for now. So next 2 days will be this camera. But let's just jump right into this. So before I was successful, when I was in, let's say, high school, and even my first year of college, I had pretty much no confidence. I only had confidence when I was doing things I was good at or felt I had that self-worth in. So all of it pretty much boils down to self-worth. So where is your value as a person? Now, it doesn't have to be, oh, I sell on Amazon, that's my value. It can be non-monetary, it can be a sport, it could be video games, it could be being an artist, it could be your personality. But wherever you and other people see value in you is where you're going to be the most confident. Now, when I was playing hockey, I was pretty good at hockey when I played, and I was confident in that group, but I was still a very shy and quiet person and kept to myself. But I had a lot more confidence there than, say, something like school, where the only thing I could do is talk to people, which I was really bad at, and I'm awkward, so I couldn't do that. So I had no confidence there or feeling of self-worth. So the biggest thing that I've noticed that has changed is confidence 100%, because that affects so many other variables. Confidence can be your self-worth. It can be what you set kind of standards for yourself. So before I started making money, I was going to be stoked if I made $4,000 a month. Now I get sad if I make less than $300,000 a month, and that's within 2 years. So that can change a ton as well, and it does, which is both good and bad, because you have to be able to appreciate what you're doing and see the results and be like, all right, those are great results, that's good. Now let's make this our goal. But even if you don't hit it in the grand scheme, you got to be able to see, okay, 100,000 is still a lot in a month. And that will change over time. And what a lot of people expect is for me to set the same standards I have for myself for them. I don't expect someone who's starting out entrepreneurship to be able to make the kind of money I'm making right now. And a lot of people be like, oh, I'm making like 5,000 a month, but that's nothing compared to you. Well, you can't compare it. We're different stages of the game. We're doing different things. I don't have standards for people. I don't have the same standards for other people that I have for myself at this moment. And a lot of people just automatically assume that, like, if you're making 2,000 a month, that's great. Like, especially if you weren't making anything, you're going to college, that's great. But if you stay stuck there for 6 months, I'm going to be like, all right, you need to figure it out, pick it up, and get moving. As long as you're progressing, I don't care how much you're making progress, you're taking the steps towards it. And then just seeing people do things in general. There's so many people that just do nothing with their life. They do nothing. They maybe hang out with people, but they don't do anything. And most of them aren't happy because they don't have something that they're passionate about. They don't have something that defines them. And that's when I saw kind of my happiness really changed, is when I got multiple things that defined me. Because if maybe you're having a bad month or week or year with a certain thing where it's like, let's use money, for example, even though it can be any topic. If I do terrible for a month or two on how much I'm making, I'm going to be really sad. And if I put all my worth in how much I'm making, then when my money goes down, I'm going to be sad and feel like I don't have as much self-worth. Same thing, let's say if you're going to the gym. Well, if I'm dieting and I feel like I'm losing muscle, getting smaller, there goes my self-worth. And that was me for a year or two when the gym was my thing. So it's finding your self-worth, getting it multiple areas, and not having just one thing define you, because in the end, it's kind of who you are, and those things are just parts of you. It's more so your personality. But another big thing that a lot of people don't see is the doubt still. No matter what level you're at, you're always going to have that doubt. You're never going to be like, oh, 100% I can do this. Like, yes, a lot of people say that, and they think it, but subconsciously, they don't know also. Because even a lot of people will ask me if I use like picturing myself driving a Lamborghini or this, and I don't necessarily do that. I can always just see it though in my head, so I guess I kind of do. But I was always like, yes, I know this can work. I know I can do this. But in my head, I'm still like, oh, it's probably not going to work. It's not going to be like this. But I didn't let that affect the actions I took towards it. I act like I didn't know that it wouldn't work, and I just kept at it until I did it. But in my head, there's always that doubt. And that's even now. When I launch a course, when I start a new product, when I make a new YouTube video, there's always doubt in that. and the unsureness, but I know this is where it gets confusing. I know I can do whatever I want and succeed at it if I keep trying it and doing it and do my research, but there's always that doubt there. I even still have the doubt where it's like, oh great, I'm not gonna make enough money, I'm gonna have to sell my stuff, which is that realistic? No, not at all. I need to make 10,000 a month, and I haven't been under like 150 in over a year. But that doubt is always still there, and I get scared, and then from time to time I have to pick myself and be like, you're stupid, what are you doing? Just focus on this. You can always go start another thing too if something happens to one, which is the multiple streams of income. Now, that is one of the big ones, because a lot of people think, oh, I'll just start whatever and it's automatically successful. I fail at more things than you guys have even tried before. You guys don't even know the number of things I've tried and failed at, because you just don't know. Most people don't talk about it, you don't hear it, and maybe I'll make a video on all of my failures, because there's a lot of them, believe it or not. You only see the couple things that are successes. It's actually a good topic, because I had my whole year planned around one thing, and I had to switch it completely because something didn't go as planned, which is probably going to affect my income and all other sources. So entrepreneurs got to adapt. And let's touch on one more thing, because I ask this a lot. Do I have a lot of people that knew me in the past trying to be my friend, try and hang out with me, and being fake friends? And surprising answer is no. All people who will message me, and some will hint at asking for the course for free, some won't. Some will just buy it without even telling me, but I've never had people try and hang out with me as a friend just because of my success and they saw me. It's more so they just message me, see what I'm doing, they're like, oh, okay, I'll follow you, and do that, and then ask for help once in a while, just over text or whatever it is. But I haven't had anyone try and come in full like best friend status, try and come hang out all the time. People don't ask me to hang out that I used to talk to, and I didn't talk to that many people anyway. But most people don't treat me really different that knew me in the past. However, how I'm treated now when people meet me compared to in the past is completely different, and that's a whole nother video topic on itself, so I'm gonna leave that there. So hope you guys learn a little bit something about the kind of self-doubt, because everyone still has it. I don't care if they say they don't, because there's always, no matter what field you're in, how many income streams you have, what you're doing, how much success you've had in the past, future, you just don't know, which is why you can think, okay, I don't know if this is gonna work, but I'm gonna try at it until it does, as long as you don't let that affect your actions. Because whether it was in sports, whether it was lifting, whether it was entrepreneurship, I always had that doubt in my head, but I pictured it more so that I knew it was possible, and I just had to figure out the right way. So hope you guys enjoyed this video. Again, the quality will be up, not next video, but the video after. And if you have any video topics you want me to cover, make sure you leave them in the comments, and I'll see you guys tomorrow.